Come on in the room. Oh, wait, where's my lighting? Is this better? Anyway, hey guys. Come on in the room. I forgot my song last video. Come on in the room. Yeah, we got so much to talk about. So won't you come on in the room? Now you sing. Come on in the room. Whoa, come on in the room. Yeah, we got so much to talk about. So won't you come on in the room? Come on. Hey, y'all. Welcome. Hey, Kimberly. Thank you for coming on back. Hey, Aswai. How are you? Hey, So Steph. Hey, Eva. So sorry that we're having to do this again. If you were here when I was in the wrong live, please forgive me, but thank you for coming back. Hey, Malty. Hey, Brown Sugar. Thank you for liking the video. Oh, thank you. We'll bring them back. We're bringing them back slowly but surely. I now am probably considering a Real Housewives of Orange County live during the weekend, and I might just do that jail show. Oh goodness, love her to lock up. We will see. Multi said, "Get back from my vacay a few weeks ago, and I need another one." Oh, that's the thing about vacations. You get back from it, and you start thinking about the next one. It's addictive. It's addictive. Yes, right. We're back to our old ways. Miss Brown Sugar said, "For real, this time I need to finish work so I can start my weekend. So I'm gonna try not to chat too much." You're gonna be in this chat. Audrey said, "What did you think of Janae showing Nicole Kendall's video?" And Nicole keep, I was like, "Am I not in the right one?" And Nicole keep outing Janae, asking her and saying it was before filming the show. I think that just should have been a conversation that we should not have been privy to. I don't think we should have been a part of that, just because of everything all the details of it and what came with that. It was just, and it sucks for Nicole, but it's just something we shouldn't have been a part of. Hey, Busala, we're back again. Hey, MIM Awesome Productions. Hey, Priscilla. Thank you for being here. Melissa said, "Hi, fam. Hi, Nikki. This season is giving." I will say this. This was really good. This was really good. Now, it wasn't giving the intensity and messiness of America, but it was good though. Hey, Spency. Spency said, "I didn't watch the show, but I'm proud of Demi for saying no to Ali." I have thoughts about that, but we'll get into it. We back like we never left. Hey, Alicia. It was fun. It was cute. And it was, for me, a lot of real love. Hey, Double T. Alicia said, "Demi is literally so beautiful. Stunning. I call her thickness." Brittany J said, "Hey, Star fam. Hey, Nikki. Glad to see you grace my screen. I've been waiting for this. Thank you for being here, Brittany." Dinar said, "Freddie made a great choice." Shoot, I'd have got the names that quick. Freddie. He did. We'll talk about it. I'm sorry, because I have nicknames. I call Freddie the Undertaker. Anyway, hey, Stella, long time no see. Hello again, the NNH. Hey, makeup addicts. Hey, Mo, what's up? Spency said, "I would attend it on Saturday." Good. We might actually do it. Hey, Ricious Pieces. How are you? Hey, Love Like You Are. Stella said, "And maybe bring back the felon dating game." We'll see. I am also production said, "I just finished teaching kids theater for the week. I'm exhausted and so happy to catch the live for some adult conversation." I love teaching theater to kids. I taught musical theater. I had a great time. I miss it so much. If it was something that I could do again, I would absolutely jump at the opportunity. Ashley said, "Ali looks like a light Jaleel White." He absolutely does. He absolutely does. The NNH said UK was much better to me, maybe because the couples were older. That's exactly why. We've been saying you need older people for a marriage show. You need older people. If you're going to go young, you better go with them religious nut jobs, because you're just not going to get marriage out of younger people. Now, older people, absolutely. And that's why they had a lot of successful marriages on this show. The I and the A said, hey, Nikki and Star fam. Now, this show I watch, and I'm a Black Londoner. Oh, speaking about my Black Londoners, how are you guys doing? I've only seen like a few things. So I'm my family, when they were over there, they said it was fine. They didn't like see anything. And so they said it seemed like everything was much better. But I hope you guys are doing a lot better. I've seen some videos and I'm so sorry. So sorry for you guys, but I hope it's better for you guys. But I said I have a lot to say about Demi and Ali. Freddie is fine. Is a fine one with the ad. Yeah, Freddie's cute. Freddie was giving me a little bit of America. I was like, oh, I can see you in Boston. I can see Freddie in Boston. Multi said, I'm about to start Love is Blind Mexico, and I know it's going to be good. I still got to get into Love is Blind Brazil. Desperately waiting for Love is Blind Atlanta. I know they're casting it right now, but I wish they would not have told me because I need it. I need Love is Blind Atlanta today. They should have never said anything. I can't wait. I do not want to wait till 2025 to watch Love is Blind Atlanta. Yes, very. Busola said, I kind of prefer UK reality shows because they are usually more real. I feel like everything about the UK entertainment industry is so much more real than America. Like you get real people, real stakes. Like I feel like the fakest show you'll have is Love Island. But other than that, like it's everything about it is so real. All of it. From the reality shows to the to just the network TV shows and your films. Like I love that everything is just so real over there. Hey, Candace. My mom, she was just like, you would love. She was like, the food was not for her. She loved London though. And she was just like, Nikki, the fashions are crazy. She was like, you will love it. We have got to come back. So London is up there for Mama Star. She had a good time. Fine, Freddie, indeed. Melissa said, never thought that Nicole and Benihana would become my favorite couple. I was all over the place with the couples that I liked, but I ended up liking the majority of them. IA said also, please don't go throw your tomatoes at me. But Ali didn't like Demi like that. I have thoughts. I hope you guys walk with me. Hey, sup, people. Love like you are said, I'm happy I didn't hear. Come on, body. Ali and Demi were close. Hey, Bria. What's up, Bria? Spency said, what happened in London? Oh, my family went out to London with my sister's organization, Girls Out Global. They just got back a few days ago and they had a great time. But what I was talking about with our Londoners, especially our Black Londoners, is that there's been a lot of race riots there. And a lot of non-white people were being attacked because a lot of the working class white people are mad because they think that immigrants are taking their jobs. Very American of them. So it got a little crazy, but it seems like everything has died down. So I'm just, praying for everybody's safety. Malty said, oh, them riots didn't happen in London. It happened. Oh, it did? You see, I don't know the difference. I ain't been there. I just hear the accents and I think they're all in the same place. But I wherever you guys are at, I hope you guys are safe. Multi said they tried it though, but only 6 of them showed up. Oh, Atlanta's going to be terrible. No, I won't say that. Atlanta's going to be good TV. I am not missing an episode of Love is Blind Atlanta and Ready to Love Philly. I promise you that. I don't care where I'm at or what I'm doing. I will be on set in my trailer reviewing that show. I'm not missing an episode. IA said, we are doing okay. They tried to protest in the area where I live, East London, and the community wasn't having it, period. I saw this beautiful video of this young white boy walking his Black girl home. And he was telling her that he just hated everything that was happening because I think she was like getting off the bus or something. And he walked up to her and he asked her if she was safe and if she needed for him to walk her home. And he was like, it's not right. It's not right. What's happening? He was so cute. But it's so sad because the kids are seeing this, you know what I mean? But thankfully, a lot of the kids are knowing that what was happening is wrong. It's always better. It's always better. I like that the people can just be real. Like you see real hot people who are like just naturally gorgeous, and like it's not a lot of work that's went into them. Aside from Love Island, Love Island, they do too much work. They do too much work. But the regular like UK TV shows and films and reality shows, it's just real people, which is why they always seem to be a lot better. I Am Also Production said, hey, the next Love is Blind may be in DC. Oh, Chocolate City. I went to an event location who announced a couple had a date night there, and an acquaintance of ours made it through round 3 of casting last year. Well, you know what? They do film like 2 at the same time, right? I think that's why they have so many throughout the year. Oh, that's awesome. Hi, Tiffany. Trenton said, so glad you're covering this. Watching from London. A next Black Londoner. Hey, Trenton. Hey, Gojo Ghetto. Brittany said, Ali gave me Bertice and Clay vibes. Absolutely. Absolutely. I was able to digest him a bit better, though. Like, for some reason, I liked Ali more than I liked Bartice and Clay. Busola said, the tea I have on Bartice. Busola said, I was reading there's a law that you can't fake things on reality TV shows. We have the same thing here in LA, but it's so lackadaisical because it's not regulated. It's not union. So they can do whatever the hell they want. Game shows are a bit more regulated, but mainly network TV game shows. Y'all love Freddie. Y'all love Freddie. Susie says, see, I didn't think Ali liked her either, and that's horrifying. Brexit really lit a fire there. So true. I said, no. Don't do the fool like that. You just need to find the right places. I will say they did not go to POC spaces. It was a very bougie trip. Very mindful, very demure. I was like, y'all gotta go to like the hood and get some, authentic Jamaican food, or as authentic it can get outside of Jamaica. But yeah, she was just like, the food wasn't for me, but the fashions, she's still gagging over the fashions. Some people said, remember when white Europeans were lecturing Americans on how not racist they are? Did anybody believe that? Like, no way the OG colonizers are going to say that America is more racist than that. Like, I never got that. I was never able to digest that. We got the playbook from you. Like, you gave America everything. Like, no way. America's just like a ghettoer version of London. Like, we'll fight in public. Londoners won't fight in public. But they'll get it on and popping behind closed doors, though. Like, come on. Let's not play that. Or UKers. Busola said, sadly, it seems like this is a repeat of those racist riots in the 80s. Oh, it's going to continue to happen in any spaces, any westernized space where there's a financial collapse. Because the poor and working class whites always gets mad at the people of color and not the rich white people who are selling them a lie and stealing from them. It always happens like that. Can y'all fight back? Like, can y'all hit them? Because we can beat up our races over here. Gojo Ghetto said that beautiful Black woman in a pod spilled that 11 couples. I believe it. It was a fine Black man on here too. Hey, Aaron. Malty said London is very culturally diverse, so the people were ready. I love that. Love Like You Are said the first season of Love is Blind was in Atlanta. That's why it was so good. Yes. I forgot about that. It was. Yup. They got to go back. They got to go back and get that magic. They got to go back. Busola said, while Catherine fumbled and let a cute and what seems like a genuine guy like Freddie slip. Sure did. Sure did. Oh, no. Gentrification got y'all too? Same in Philly. It's bad in Philly. Just John said Love is Blind Mexico was everything. People are older, multiple cast members with kids. That's what we need to do. Come on, America. Oh, gosh. Please. I don't need them getting anybody with a hard Toronto accent. I won't be able to watch it. Shout out to my Torontoian subscribers. That accent, everything is not a damn question. We gotta work on that. She has the most gorgeous eyes. Her eyes are so beautiful. I can't, because it involves a friend. So I can't put. Your speculations, what you feel about him? Confirmed. Monty said, exactly. You have to go to the POC places. Next time we have to take you all around. I really would like to go this year. Like I might make that my birthday trip. We will see. Girl. But they just work together though. Denard said POC Spaces in London is where to get food. My cousin's husband has a Jamaican restaurant in East London and it's amazing. Oh, listen, I have a whole like Yelp and TikTok list of places that I'm going. I follow like a lot of Black people in London. But she's a foodie, she's a London foodie, and every place she goes to, I'm like, yep, let me add it to my Yelp list. Well, yeah, right. America is the bastardized version of UK racism. It's just, it's more out there, it's more dominant. And I don't know if it's better or if I'm just more used to it, but my racism, like the racism out there, is the best for me. That covert racism, absolutely not. Absolutely not. Just say the N word. I don't need you finding any other way to describe me. Blue Jay said America has sloppy racism, but it's always been crazy when the world gaslights us into believing they aren't racist. Everybody does it, but it's just like to America. For some reason, it's just like, oh no, you're worse. And I'm like, there's a racial caste system in every freaking nation. Even the nations that has not been touched by, westernized by Westerners, there's still a racial caste system. So don't play me, play checkers. Malty said one of the girls was on Come Dine With Me. I think Come Dine With Me is a UK TV show. Oh, I like that show where you cook a 3-course meal for each other and get points. Yes, I like that show. I watch clips of it on TikTok. Jackie B, what's up? Jackie. Oh, say good afternoon. I just came to say Freddie. Oh God, y'all love some Freddie. And with that, we're going to get into it. So Love Is Blind UK. I will say this. The show, for me, the reason why it was a success, like we've talked about, is because they've just had older people. They've had older people who are, especially older millennials, who are at the point where they are ready to settle down. And I also think that they found not just older people, but older people who were actually like acclimated in their communities and like had jobs. I felt like they just found normal people who did not have, except for one, and we'll get into it, who did not have like influencer or TV aspirations. I feel like the majority of this cast was just on this experiment. They saw this as an experiment at a TV show that will give them some kind of exposure. But I don't think that anybody from this show is going to try to, well, not everyone from this show is going to try to use this show as some kind of platform for them. So it's giving Love Is Blind, the first show, the one where we met Lauren and Cameron. That's what it was giving for me. It just felt very raw and very real. And I think that's why so many relationships were so successful. I enjoyed it. I will say it was a straight through watch for me because there wasn't a lot of gag worthy moments, but it just was very nice and raw, like Love Is Blind, the first season. And we have the host of the show who, when I saw it, I was just like, why the hell is Jesse Williams on a UK show, like hosting a UK show? Like, isn't he still in contracts with ABC? Like, can he do this? But I realized that it wasn't Jesse Williams. It was actually Matt Willis. I don't know if he's a name or something out there, but him and his wife are the hosts of where are the Willises? him and his wife. That's not Jesse Williams, guys. And I think this is a Caucasian. I think he's Caucasian. But they're the hosts of Love is Blind, this married couple. I don't know anything about them. You guys let me know if they're like reality stars or actors. But they're a cute couple. But this is not Jesse Williams. It's so crazy. He looks, I was like, Jesse? What are you doing here? This is not the same person. This is not the same person. They have the same head. Like the same nose, the same eyebrows. Jesse got a little fuller top lip. The same freaking ears. That's crazy. Is the Willis guy, UK people, is he fully white? Like this, like that's Jesse's doppelganger. That was so crazy. I was like, what the hell is Jesse doing here? Oh, he had a band. Oh, does he have it or he has it? He's like a singer? The End of the Age said he was in the 2000s rock band called Busted and she hosted Big Brother. He's white. I don't know what it is about UK white men, but there's something about their features where if they get a low cut, a Caesar, they look biracial. Because it's this Willis guy, and who is the other one? Victoria Beckham's son, Bronx, Brooklyn. You know who I'm talking about. When he shaves his hair, it's giving Brazilian. That baby be looking mixed. It's only UK white men that can do this. As soon as they shave their hair, they get a little low boy. The cultural lines get blurred. That's so crazy. This is a full Caucasian. That's a full Caucasian, and the other one is the biracial, a whole black dad. That's crazy. That is crazy. It's something in the UK water. It's something. Right, wait. Is it Romeo or Brooklyn? Who is it? Hold on. These names. Romeo Beckham. Yes, he gives Brazilian. He gives Brazilian. Let me bring up the low cut. You keep on showing me pictures of him. That's not a good one. Hold on. You keep on giving me pictures with his family. Hold on. I just need a solo picture of him. I know he's his dad's wildest dreams. Because David Beckham back in the day, he was tethering the line. The stuff David Beckham did back in the day, he couldn't do today. Is this not a Brazilian? Is this not somebody with a black dad? Hold on, there's one more. I was like, it's probably the nose. It's something. But it's only UK white people could do this. This the same person. This the same person. He even giving spicy right here. Ronaldo. It's only the UK whites can do that. Only the UK whites can do that. Look at this. It's giving Jaden. It's giving Jaden. Or Jalen. A Jaden or a Jalen. It's something. It's something. It's because of her. It's something. It's something in that Beckham bloodline. If we look farther, you know what? It's something in one of their, Victoria One of their bloodlines is something. If we look far enough, somebody passing. Anyway, anyway, those are the hosts of the show, just like the American version. And we have the couples come in and they meet, and everybody's real chill. UK real chill. Everybody real chill. Hi, how are you? Like, just peaceful. We don't have any messy people, right? Like, everybody's just very peaceful, very chill. The only messy person that we have is this guy. And I'm gonna be honest with you. I don't know if he's messy or on the spectrum. I'm being dead serious, because I feel like there was something was happening. And you know what? It could be on the spectrum. It could be coke, but something was going on with this guy that just was not natural. Something was happening. Something was happening to him during the show. And I believe, hold on, because I have nicknames for people. This is Sam, right? Wait a minute. I have the cast names. I have nicknames for everybody because I cannot remember names like that. But it gotta be Sam. Nope, that's not his name. What is his name? Yeah, that is his name. Sam Klein. Sam is a little, I don't know if Sam was, hitting whippets, but something was going on with Sam. Because it was very clear to me, in my opinion, that he was on this show for some kind of fame. Like, it was just obvious that he wanted to be on the show. It was obvious to everyone but Nicole. I'm gonna be honest, she got on my nerves in the beginning. I was like, Nicole, like, how is Sam your option? I honestly feel like Sam became Nicole's option when she felt like Van Gogh was playing in her face. Because Nicole, let me bring her up. This is Nicole. She ended up being with Van Gogh. But in the beginning, she was leaning towards Sam, and she actually chose him because she thought that they had a greater connection. I don't believe that they had a greater connection. I think that Nicole was mad that Van Gogh pulled back when they were meeting in the pods, right? They were in the pods and they were getting there. And then Van Gogh was just like, well, I'm not sure if I'm ready to propose. And Nicole pulled back, and then she got with Sam. Then she latched onto Sam. And I think she latched onto Sam out of spite. So Sam ended up proposing to her because I think Sam wanted to prolong his time on the show. And by the time they got to the Greece trip, Nicole decided that they were just not for each other. And I think it's because of this moment right here. And I think that the moment that I'm talking about is their proposal. Hold on, I thought I had the picture. I know I had the picture of her in the pods. Yeah. So let me send these two pictures over. So Sam proposed to Nicole. Terrible proposal. Terrible proposal. It looked like it was on the fly, off the cuff. It looked like it was something that he just thought about in that moment when he realized that Van Gogh wasn't somebody that Nicole was interested in anymore. So he just saw it as an opportunity to swoop in because the girl that he really wanted to be with no longer wanted to be with him. So he decided to go forward. Hold on, I'm bringing up the picture. He decided to go forward with Nicole. And Nicole, I think just because, I think she just had her blinders on. I really do. I think pride got in the way. She got her feelings hurt. She didn't like how Van Gogh pulled back. And out of spite, she got with Sam. And I think she saw the red flags. She overlooked them because we even saw when he proposed to her and how terrible his proposal was. She still went along with it, although we saw in real time that she had apprehensions. And as somebody, I'm just going to be honest, as somebody like Nicole who had been married before, I just couldn't believe that she went along with that decision. And that was making me question, like, every decision she was making moving forward, just because I was just like, you were married before, right? And you know that this man is not into you. So do you think that maybe she was thinking of being on the show as well and not thinking about being married? Because I just felt like it was just so weird. Oh, shoot, my pictures aren't coming up. What is happening? Hold on one second. I don't know what's going on. Like, what is the problem? Not my problem. That's just not. Let's see if it's going to come up now. This was so good. StreamYard, why are you playing with me? No, these are good. I need these pictures, StreamYard, to talk about this. This is important. My screen is cracked. It looks ghetto. I don't want to share it like that. Like, don't play with me. Oh, wait, maybe I got to let it fully download. That's what I have to do. Oops, maybe that was it. Maybe that was it. Let's see. Anyway, she accepted his proposal with apprehensions. They did not go along with the coupling because Nicole decided that Sam wasn't for her, right? But then Sam had a totally different story. His story was, well, she got rid of me because I did not want to have sex with her. And I don't, this is the thing. Sam sounds like a liar, but I kind of think there may be some truth into what he was saying. And the reason why I think that is just because it seemed like Nicole was a bit more into him than he was into her. I could be wrong. But I feel like he's somebody who would use something real like that to hurt and harm. And that's exactly what he did. Because when he got back, excuse me, because when he came back to the show, he was telling every and anybody who wouldn't ask that Nicole was trying to have sex with him. And he was just like, no, I said no, I didn't want to have sex with her. And like using that as a way to embarrass her. But even when Nicole found out about that, she would not acknowledge it. So it made me think that there was some truth to it. For some reason, I cannot bring the pictures up. So I'm just going to have to show you on my phone. Sorry, my screen isn't correct. This is my protector. So anyway, Sam, when he proposes to Nicole, he says, I think I love you too. I can't believe it. This is in response to Nicole accepting his proposal and saying, I love you, I love you, I love you. And he was like, yeah, I think I love you too. And Nicole's response to Sam saying, I think I love you too, was this. She went, oh. And it resonated with her that her and this man are not where they are, but she still left the pods with him. She still wanted to complete the process with him. And I honestly feel like she probably would have. I think she would have had he not turned down sex. I don't know, Nicole, because the only reason why I think that you would make such a poor decision is because you already made it and you committed to it. When you said I love you to him after he gave you that terrible proposal that you accepted, wrong road, right? You were already down the wrong road and you kept on going. And then his response to you saying, I love you is, yeah, I think I love you too. And this is going to be great. You still proceeded to leave the pods with him and meet him. And the first thing he says to you when he meets you is, trust me, just trust me. I don't know what made you continue in the process, right? I'm glad you shut it down, but I honestly feel like Sam shut it down. And I think he didn't shut down the process. I think he shut down sex with you. And because he shut down sex with you, you got upset, pulled out of the process, and Sam got upset that you pulled out of the process because you took away his TV time. So he became petty and could not wait for the cameras to say, oh, she only did this because I would not sleep with her. There's some truth in there. But anyway, Nicole decides that, her and Sam are not working out. So then she links back up with Van Gogh, also known as Benihana, right? So she links back up with him and she tells him that she's sorry, she made the wrong choice. This is the first time they're meeting. Van Gogh accepts her apology and he proposes. I was like, what the hell is going on in the UK? Like, you're not going to like hang out and just see. He was just like, no, you are who I want to be with. Like, y'all are real ready to get married over there. Is that the culture or is this just a show? He proposes to her right after she tells him that she made the wrong decision and she would like to continue the process with him. So he proposes, and now these two are back on the show together. But they end up, being a match made in goofiness because they actually went the distance. Like, she met his family, he met her family. Both families really loved them. They seemed to get along really well, even in their disagreements. Van Gogh was a little mad because he wanted her to be madder at Sam than she was. Nicole kept on saying, let's just move on. I don't get it. We don't need to worry about Sam. And that was making Van Gogh feel some sort of way because he's just like, I'm mad at him. You need to be mad at him as well. And Nicole wanted to just move on from him. And I'm like, Nicole, you want to move on from him too quickly. Is Sam telling the truth, girl? What was you a little hot in your bloomers and he's hurt you down? There has to be some truth there. There has to be some truth there. Anyway, Van Gogh gets past it. They end up going the distance. I will say about the wedding dresses, every bride picked a wedding dress that fit their personality. Van Gogh looked great. He had a nice little top knot. Nicole, she loved a half wig. She kept a half wig on this entire season. Even for her wedding day, she had that half wig with all them bundles. Girl, we got to just take some of the density out and you got it. Anyway, their vows were really beautiful. These two both said yes to each other. And I was just like, you know what? I'm here for these two goofies because I think they might actually work. Like, I can actually see this couple like honeymooning at like a Harry Potter museum. You know what I mean? I see these two just working out. They make sense. Now, I will say Van Gogh's family was a little off. A little off. I will say his mom, like, she kind of caught me off guard when like Nicole was talking to her and she was just like, oh! She just like started like travailing and just being like, he wouldn't eat. He wouldn't eat when you left him. And I was like, I don't know. It just didn't seem like it was that deep because when Van Gogh met up with Nicole, he didn't say anything like, oh, I would not eat. I would not talk to my family. I didn't know it was that deep until his mother said something and started breaking down. And I was just like, huh. But you know what? I'm wishing them the best. I think, honestly, I think these two found each other. I think just like with season 1 for Love is Blind, the OG show, I think for this couple, and I think the other couples as well, this show had to be created for them to meet. I think in any other scenario, they probably would not have met. So a show like this show had to be created for these two to meet. They just seem to work together. They seem to work together really well. Like, I see them playing Dungeons and Dragons with their kids. Like, this is that kind of couple. I like Van Gogh and Nicole. It was a process for them to get to where they are at, but I'm here for it. I like this couple. Now, let's move on to Jasmine and Taj Mowry. Bobby looked like it's another doppelganger. Another doppelganger. Bobby looked just like like they got the same ears, same bulbous forehead, same 3B curls, same smile, same nose. Like, this is crazy. It's crazy. Now, I will say this. Bobby was on the show to promote his career. He was on it. Bobby, let's be honest. You were on his show to promote your career. Lucky for you, you got a baddie who wants to be a video vixen. Lucky for you that this worked out. Because I feel like Bobby has some ulterior motives. Because why was he hiding the fact that he wanted to be a light-skinned Shabba Ranks? Like, why was he hiding that from Jasmine? Jasmine was just like, I didn't even know that you were, that you were like a singer until I searched you and I found your YouTube video. And I was just like, oh, I'm not doing that. And, that was my past life. How was it your past life when it was your wedding song? Bobby, I'm here for biracial Buju Banton. I like his song. I thought the song was cute. I think that Jasmine is a perfect partner for him. I think that Jasmine's going to be at all his shows, passing out flyers, supporting her king. I also think that this was a good show for Jasmine to get free and get some individuality from her mother. Because if I was Bobby's mama and I met Jasmine's mama, I would have said, well, this isn't what the Lord has for my child. However, the parents never met. So this relationship was able to take off. This relationship was actually able to happen. I didn't know that Bobby was going to say yes or Taj was going to say yes. I knew that Jasmine was going to say yes. Jasmine needed to get free of her mom. She needed her own space. She needed her own world. And I think as long as she was single and her mama felt like she didn't have nothing going on, her mom was going to be all up in her business. So in a sense, this show and marriage saved her. Or gave her freedom papers. That's what it feels like. It feels like for her, marriage is freedom. And it's normally the opposite for a lot of women. But I think that her mom is just so overbearing, and she has been like that her entire life, that this relationship, this show, this experiment gave her the freedom to actually pull away from an overbearing parent. And good for her. They're a hot couple. They're a really hot couple. I didn't know they were going to go the distance. I knew Jasmine was going to go the distance. I didn't know that Bobby would. But I see this relationship working out too. Like, I see her supporting his career. I really, really do. And I see her, being a kept baddie, you know what I mean? Just, doing her little Fashion Nova ads while her husband is performing in Trinidad. I see it. These work. Love Island, Love is Blind UK 8 with casting. Y'all really found people that work together. The casting this season 8. Cha. Maria, I kept on watching the show like, girl, shut up. I was like, Maria, girl. Whoo! She talked herself out of position. But here's the thing. Maria's a baddie. I will say, a lot of people were single on the show. And I was like, how are you single in the UK? What the hell is going on over there? Like, a lot of these people are fine. Fine is wine. Like, I just cannot believe Maria's a baddie. Her body T, like great bone structure, good genes, everybody in the family pretty. I just couldn't believe it. I could not, the girls, titties are sitting. Like, I just could not believe it. She got Beyonce hips and she ain't got no man. I was like, what is going on? But Maria was single and she was in this process with Tom. She found Tom, who, Tom has some coin. Tom want to hold on to that coin. Tom, coochie is expensive. I don't understand men not wanting to spend money. Women are expensive. The maintenance of women are expensive. Like, you got to drop some good coin. You got to drop some good coin. And like, I don't think men want the opposite, right? Because it's just like, okay, you want to go Dutch with a woman. Then the laws have to change and women have to be able to make the same as men. Because even though the laws have not changed, there are women who are out learning and out earning the men in their communities. And it's creating such an uproar. And I'm just like, you don't want to provide, but you also don't want to tear down the system that you uphold and benefit from. That will make it so you won't have to be a provider. You don't want to be a provider, then you need to work to tear down the patriarchy that benefits you. But you want to keep the patriarchy and you don't want to provide. I'm not understanding, because the woman that Tom was talking to in the pods, it was some other British chick. Do I have her picture? I don't even know if I can load it. The way StreamYard is acting. Do I have her picture? I don't have her picture, but she was a blonde, very British looking white woman. Like when you think of what a white British woman look like, it's her, right? So she was talking to Tom, and Tom was not feeling her. He was feeling Maria. Maria has a hot voice. So Tom knew that she was hot just by the way she talked, right? So he knew that she was hot. And Tom is the kind of guy who likes a baddie. He don't want to pay for that baddie. Very weird. Very weird. But I feel like in the UK, him being white is just enough. I feel like it works for them a lot more than it works for them in the US. Anyway, so he is talking to Maria, and then Maria's just like, well, my culture, the men provide. And Tom was like, ugh. So he started talking to that British looking white woman. He don't like her, but he's starting to act like he's interested in her, because at least to him, she's sounding like she will go Dutch. And I'm watching the show and I'm looking at that very British looking white woman, and I'm like, she's not a Dutch girl either. You got to go to Deutschland and get a Dutch chick so she can go Dutch with you. The girls you're talking to on this show, they're not trying to do Dutch. And Tom sounded like he had a little bit of coin. So, he had a little bit more action than the other men. Anyway, Tom chooses Maria. They meet. It's hot. They're hot. And they seem to be going very well. They seem to be doing very well, right? Then Maria started dropping her cultural conversations. She's like, oh, well, the men provide. The men, they take care of everything. They do everything financially. I provide the coochie and the kids, and maybe I'll wipe down the counter, but that's it. That's it for my culture. And Tom is like, ugh, I don't know if I want to do that. Like, he's feeling a little iffy about the whole situation, but he's not saying it to Maria. He's not saying it to her. He's telling us, but he's not saying it to Maria. He's still, being intimate with her. He's still talking to her family about her father and still having these intimate conversations with her, and, entering her vagina and her heart. But he has these apprehensions that he has not said to her once, right? So then they're out to dinner, and Maria says, we've all done it. Maria pulled this stunt that women should never do, but we've all been there. We say, oh, hey, honey, I'm going to pay for this. Expecting, like, saying that you're going to pay for something, knowing good and well, you don't have your wallet. All you have is lip gloss and your phone and your purse, right? So she's like, oh, you pay for everything, baby. I'm going to pay for this. And Tom was like, finally. You know what I mean? So she's acting like she's paying. And then she says, oh, no, I was joking. You can't do that. In my culture, if my family were to see you do that, they would be so upset. And Tom was like, well, why would you tell me that you was going to pay if that's not what you were going to do? But she was like jokingly playing and testing him, and he failed the test, right? But Maria doesn't realize she's also going through a lot of tests with Tom. And the test is, what in the hell are you paying for? Because the financial conversations that they're having, Maria is just like, in my culture, we don't do that. No shade, Maria, you need to marry a man of your culture. Like, you are trying to get with somebody who is not of your culture, does not understand your culture, it does not want to be a part of your culture. No shade. He didn't seem like he was very interested in learning too much about your culture, because I felt like he was already out when he realized he had to provide for you fully. So I feel like, the next man needs to be Moroccan. I thought she was Desi, but she said Moroccan. It's giving Jasmine, but it needs to be somebody from your culture. It needs to be an African. It can't be him. Tom doesn't get it. You have to date within your culture if you have those desires, right? If not, you're probably going to have to compromise especially if you're dating somebody who is not of your culture. It's going to be a compromise anyway. So you're probably going to have to compromise a lot of things. And if you don't want to compromise anything culturally, then you need to stay within your culture. And I think that you probably want a more modern man, so you don't date within your culture. But I'm pretty sure you can find a modern man within your culture. And I just think that you should do that because that's what you desire. There's nothing wrong with that. I had to figure that out myself too. The men in my community got on my damn nerves, and I went outside my community and I realized, you know what, I'm gonna just make it work with them African Americans, child. So that's what happens. You go outside, you figure some things out, and then you come back home. So that's what needs to happen. And Tom needs to get with a woman who is willing to go Dutch. But here's the thing, Tom. If she's splitting the bills, you're splitting the responsibilities. You can't be telling her that there's gender roles if she's paying half the damn bills. So you have to realize that as well. You can't expect her to wash the dishes if she's paying half the mortgage. You can't expect for her to be home at a certain time if y'all splitting a car note. She's gonna be like, this is my damn car. I pay for half of this. I'm gonna be wherever I need to be. You know what I mean? Like you can't have gender roles and also have a modernized gender role that works for you. It also has to work for the woman. So you need to figure out what you want. If you want a woman to go 50-50, then you have to realize it's going to be an equal partnership. You will not be able to have she will not be able to submit to you financially. And I think that's what you're looking for. You want somebody to submit to you, but you also don't want to give her the reason to submit. I think a lot of men forget that women who submit because that man got money. Ain't nobody submitting to nobody broke unless he found with a big dingaling like that. We just gotta have to be honest about those situations. Like that's mainly what it is. Those are exceptions, right? If you want a submissive woman, you got to pay for that. Submissive women are expensive. You got to pay for that, buddy. She's submitting because you got everything. But I'm not submitting to you, and I got to go to a 9-to-5 and push human beings out of my vagina and feed them, burp them, change them, get them ready for school, and make dinner. Submit to who? It's not happening. So he has to figure out what he wants. I feel like Maria has figured out what she wants and is vocalizing it, but she's not getting what she wants because she's still looking at something that's not her desire. Anyway, we get to the wedding. She's stunning. Maria looks amazing. Tom, he really looked cute too. They were a hot couple. Maria is crying before the wedding, saying that Tom is her best friend. And I'm just like, oh, honey, the writing's on the wall. He is not saying yes. He goes to her mother and gives her this beautiful speech. And the mother's just like, protect my child. And he's like, I will. You should have never talked to her mother. So then they get up to give their vows. Maria gives her vows, beautiful vows. You can tell that she's in love with this man. And Tom is just like, I can't do it. And he walks away and leaves her there. Maria's mom is gagged. Everybody is gagged. And Tom, in his confessional, he's just like, listen, I was just concerned about the finances, which is understandable, but you need to communicate. You need to have those conversations. I feel like for the both of them, the reason why this relationship didn't work is that they were just not communicating clearly or properly to the other. Hot couple, though. Hot couple. Moving on to Lauren and Cameron. British and Irish Lauren and Cameron. This is the Lauren and Cameron of the season. When these two met, I knew. I said, we're not going to get a lot of footage of them because there's not going to be any issues. Hot couple. This show had to be created for them to meet. Love them. No complaints. Sabrina and her Viking. I loved them. I no complaints about this couple. The wedding was beautiful. I see these two working. I want to be invited to the baby shower. Do y'all do that over there? I want to be invited to it if y'all do it. I love them. No complaints. Both fine as wine. Them kids gonna be gorgeous. But he's also given I'm telling you, them UK white guys, it's something going on there. It could be the hair and the lips. It's something going on there. But yeah, I love this couple. No complaints. This show needed to be created for them. This is Lauren and Cameron. Lauren and Cameron. Girl. Oh, girl. Weeping Willow and The Undertaker. Listen, she blew it. She blew it. This is why you got to have some real friends. She blew it. This man is fine. 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 Got a good job, good benefits, nice house, loving family. Was ready to pay for everything. Weeping Willow, he was ready to pay for everything until you started getting a little too bougie. Where are the grandmothers? Grandmothers in the home. Grandmothers in the home. Nobody taught you the game. You never let a man know how expensive you are. You never let a man know how expensive you are or how you spend. You never. That's why them housewives be hiding them packages. Listen, I don't do it because I ain't got no man in my house. But if I ever bless a man with my presence, I'm going to hide some packages. You can't see everything. Y'all can't let them see everything. She blew it. She blew it. He was going to take care of this girl. Then she started yapping. She started yapping. That yapping should have been for her girlfriends. But she wanted to yap and pillow talk with this dude and start telling him everything. You can't tell him everything, honey. Especially and not about the money. You can't tell him everything. So these two were really great in the pods. Really great. I love them because, another goofy couple. Another goofy couple. I could see these two going to like furry conventions or like Comic-Con and just having a really good time. I can also see them going to like pumpkin patches, picking pumpkins, and Freddie is entered into like a pumpkin pie eating contest. I can see them doing all of that stuff. They were very compatible. They both cried over nothing. They both cried over when they after Freddie proposed, they met each other for the first time and they saw each other, they both broke down. The screen opened and they both were like, I said, oh, perfect. They're perfect. Catherine started yapping. Pause. I forgot how cringe his proposal was. I just thought about it. When that man started rapping his proposal and Jasmine started crying, I knew she was locked in. I knew she was locked in. Baby, you're the one that I want to be with forever. And she's like, oh my God, this is so beautiful. I said, he's rapping the proposal. He's rapping the proposal. Yes, rhythm and poetry. That's what rap is. But you gotta find the beat. But she ate it up. That's how I knew he had her. She wasn't cringed out or nothing. When he was done rapping, she was still in the pods. That's when I knew he had her. I just thought about that cringe proposal. Anyway, let's get back to The Undertaker and the Weeping Willow. This was a good couple. She just started talking. And the issue is she let his sister see her. You gotta walk a tightrope when he has sisters. It's the worst thing ever. But when he has a sister, I think I'm a good sister. Like I'm pro woman. I'm gonna support you. But not every sister is like me, right? So when Catherine saw that he had a sister, she didn't play the game right. She's just letting everything out, just showing her cards. And I'm like, you have to walk a very tight rope, right? So she starts talking about her finances, how expensive she is. And it is becoming an issue for Freddie, who it is very apparent that he takes care of his entire family, right? And so he starts thinking and talking to that sister. And so then he sits down with her and he's just like, would you say yes if I asked you to get a prenup? And she was just like, what are you talking about? What are you talking about? He's just like, well, I want to leave my house to my sister. And I'm like, oh, he takes care of his family. He takes care of everybody in his family. And he became very concerned, and the family became very concerned when they all started to find out how Catherine spends. So she gets upset and starts emasculating him because she doesn't like the fact that he is pointing out very obvious, traits that she has. That's an issue. And I'm like, this is what this process is. If there is an issue, you guys have to talk about it, but he can't talk about it with her because she blows up. Where she really messed up was when she was with her friends and her sister and her friends, and they are all sitting around, and he makes like a comment about her saying that she was bougie. She gets really upset about that, cusses him out, and then sends him to get drinks. I'm like, you not only embarrassed him on camera, you embarrass him in front of his friends. You embarrass the man that has an older sister. You fool. Because when he dropped you off, he called her and cried on his way home in the car. And what happened? She got pissed. She got pissed. And ever since that scene, every scene that Freddie had with his sister, she was just like, I just don't think she's good enough for you. I'm not sure that you know enough about her. Because he was telling his sister how you was treating him. You gotta walk a tightrope when they got sisters. Y'all think the mothers are bad? Ain't nobody like them sisters. Ain't nobody like them sisters. You gotta walk a tightrope. So she just got the yapping and she forgot her surroundings and she messed up a really good thing. And also, having an issue with a man that's a homebody, fine. Good job. Benefits. Generous. Fine. And stays at home. Fine. Good job. Good job. Fine. And is a homebody. And she had a problem. You want a man to run the streets? You know how hard it is to get them men out of the streets? And you had a problem? I was like, I'm telling you right now, I don't know how long this show was filmed. If Catherine didn't hop back on that man, somebody got him. Somebody got him. Too good to be true. Too good to be true. Too good to be true. I will say this. Let me give Weeping Willow her flowers. Because, Freddie was so sweet, so kind. They had a really good time, and, it was a very neutral relationship. As soon as she put that clam on that man, Freddie couldn't think clearly. As soon as she put it on him, that man couldn't think clearly. He didn't know what was going on. All Freddie knew is that he was in love. I said, I know that's right. I know that's right. She know how to get him, but she don't know how to keep him. That yapping. And it's not like you're lying to them, right? It's just you got to figure out how their brains are wired. You can't let him see your Amazon shopping cart. Like you can't. You can't. And the only time you should let him see your packages that you get delivered to the house is during Christmas. Because you can not lie, but you know what I mean. You just can't tell him everything. It sounds better coming from a grandmother, but you got to know the game. You got to know the game because they start stressing out. They're the providers, right? So they start stressing out about the finances. You can't let them stress out, right? Because even though you got it on a discount or you had a lot of Fashion Nova credits, they're still not going to get it. They're seeing money because they're the providers. Maybe not Tom, but Freddie, he was actually there. Oh, you had a good one, Catherine. You had a good one. Damn. I have thoughts about this couple. Throw your tomatoes, if you will. Throw your tomatoes, if you will. I feel like this couple is a scheme that Todd set up. Something never felt right, guys. I'm telling you. Something never felt right about this couple. I don't know if they knew each other before. Something is up about Ollie and Demi. First of all, Demi, gorgeous. This is why I love UK TV shows. When I saw Demi, I said, what? Not only is she caked up, mama thick all around. Thick all around. I was like, not only was she thick, not only is she thick, the hair. Demi just reminded me of a Bronx mother of four who works for the MTA. And I love that. Like, that's not a read. I loved that. Like, Demi would like show up like she just came back from the gym on camera in the pods with a slick back bun and some Fashion Nova workout gear and some sneakers. The only time you ever see her in a heel was when it was like an event, and it was always a little kid heel. I say yes. This is real. This is real. And I really liked her personality. I really liked how open she was with the audience. And I really liked how open and receptive Ollie was. Now, it was very obvious to me he was not as into her as she was into him. But something switched for me. And I was just like, oh, okay. So I knew how this couple was going to end. And the way it ended confirmed everything for me. Because when they were looking at wedding dresses and Demi gave that body positivity speech, something hit me as an actor. Something wasn't, I said, it's given rehearsed. I loved it. But something about it was produced. I said, what is going on here? Now, remember I said that I don't think the majority of this cast was not on this show to platform them into an influencer life. I don't think that is the case for Demi and Ollie. I think these two, outside of the pods, had a plan. And the plan was to be stars when the show was over. That's not a bad thing. I always say, if you're going to go on reality TV, they are going to exploit the hell out of you. You better get something out of it. So this ain't a read. I love it. I just hate the fact that I can see it. I can see it being planned. Then Demi had me in the pods. And I was like, when she settled, in my opinion, for Ollie, I was just like, oh, girl, you deserve so much more. But then we got out of the pods and something shifted. And I said, oh, okay, this is orchestrated. I think these two met. I think these two talked maybe before the show or after the pods, whatever it was. They came up with a plan to work this show. And I think it's genius because if you look the show up, the hashtag, everybody's talking about Demi. Everybody's talking about body positivity Demi. Demi is absolutely going to be a body positivity influencer because when we got to the weddings and she said no to Ollie, thank the Lord. And she said no because I decided that I love me first. Something like that. I gotta love me. I gotta love me. And I said, oh, there it is. There we have the body positivity influencer setup. If she's not doing it already, she's going to. She's going to. I don't think that her and Ollie are going to be in a relationship. I think they are going to be good friends because I think that what they worked on is going to work out for the both of them. That's why I felt like Demi was so protective of his image because I think these two are in on this. So she was very protective of him and did not want him to look a certain way because this is her co-conspirator. So she didn't want people saying things about him because at first I was just like, you look real foolish protecting this guy that is not into you like that. But now I realize, yeah, he's helping you platform yourself. So you need to protect him as well, right? And then another reason why I think that is because of Ollie's reaction. When she said no, he was like, what? And he looked at the audience. He was just like, what? And I said, I see it. Good for you. She's going to be a body positivity influencer. And I think they are going to milk this relationship to a point where it's like you see them around, and it's just like, oh, Demi and Ollie. Then they're going to break up and say, oh, we decided that we're just better off as friends. I see it, Demi, and I support it. I support it. But girl, you did that. You ate that, Demi. You ate that. You and production. You ate that. Good for you. Get a pattern beauty. If you're not already represented, your representation needs to get you a pattern beauty deal. You fit the pattern beauty model narrative. Like you got that. You got that. But good job. Good job, Zimmy. Patiently waiting for the reunion. I don't think that anybody, I think that Demi and Ali will not be together. I think they'll be great friends. I think that everybody else will be together. I think Sam is going to come on the show and cause chaos, and the whole cast is going to jump him in a polite British way. And I think that Maria might have some choice words for Tom. But that's pretty much it. I don't see it being too messy. I think the way Freddie cried when he walked away from Catherine, like everybody was heartbroken. Everybody was heartbroken. She was heartbroken. But the way he cried in that chair and his sister had to lift him up, I think they might be together at the reunion. Oh. I think these two might be together. Catherine got the clam. She got the clam. So that's all my thoughts about this show. What do you guys think? Let's get into it. Nicole wanted to move on from that quick. Let me bring her up. Nicole wanted to move on from that quick. I'm just like, you don't want to address the fact that he's lying on you. She's just like, oh, let's just move on. He's not important to us. Let's just know it's not okay. It's not important. I'm like, this man is lying on you. Why don't you want to address it? Why do you want to move on so quickly? I'm like, was Sam telling the truth? Nicole, you know them black girls who dress like it's 2004 who wear them half wigs. They be freaky deaky. They be real freaky deaky. And they be office managers too. Anyway, what's the next comment? The Internet H said Ben was ready to propose in a pause. Nicole just went to Sam first. But remember, Ben pulled back from her. When Van Gogh sat down, it was just like, I'm not sure if I'm ready to propose yet. Nicole was like, oh, who you playing with? Not me. And I think it's also from being a divorced woman and feeling that rejection. She even mentioned that. She was just like, it was the rejection that really got me. And she pulled back and she made a wrong choice. She never liked Sam. So I don't know how she chose him. She never liked Sam. It was really, really weird. Really, really weird. Wait a minute. Oh, he did? He has to be black because he kept his looks. He kept his looks. It's some blackness in that bloodline. It's some blackness. UNCC college girl said 2 Nikki lives in one day. I'm so freaking happy. Glad to support you while live. Make sure to like the video. Thank you so much, UNCC college girl. The Internet H said, sure, he's not like Pete Wentz was actually Jamaican, right? Right? I remember thinking that Pete Wentz was Filipino, child. Double T said, I used to think Victoria Beckham had something else in her background. She does. It's right here. It's right. The top lip and the nose is a dead giveaway. It's something up. Mi gente Latina. Yes. He always looks Brazilian. He like it's something in that. You know, the genes be popping out in different kids, child. Maybe that's what it is. He's absolutely giving up Puerto Rican from Brooklyn. IA said, no, Nikki, you are looking at famous whites. LOL, your average UK white man doesn't look like that. You will see when you get here. You know who is not an average white? An average UK white. Hold on. Van Gogh. Van Gogh gives me white American appellation. This is a face that you will see in any Appalachian mountain town in America. That don't give British. That don't give British. Um, he does. He does. He does. Um, Mama gonna tell the truth on her deathbed. Like even Taylor know. Even Taylor know. Even Taylor know. Thank you, Mama Star. Mama Star said, "Hey guys, let's like the video. It's 130 of us here, and we only have 31 likes. It's 163 now, Mama. Thank you, love y'all, Mama Star. Thank you, Mama Star." He was. He's going. If he hasn't been on UK Big Brother, that's his next step. And I think he really wants to end up on an American reality TV show. I think that's his goal. I think that's his goal. He wanted to be on TV. Spitzy says Sam is messy trying to act like this woman wasn't gorgeous. Well, I don't even think it wasn't about her. It wasn't about her. Sam is very insecure, right? He seemed like he was that funny looking kid who had a growth spurt and suddenly girls started to like him. And he has not shaken the fact that he was that funny looking guy that nobody was interested in. So he relies on his height to fulfill something in him that he has always been lacking, and that's confidence. So that's why it's so easy to break his confidence. Like when Nicole was just like, me and you don't need to be in this process any longer. His ego was bruised. His confidence was broken. Here he is being rejected by another woman. And although probably now as a tall, white guy in the UK, he doesn't get rejected as much, but he still has that mindset of that guy that used to get rejected. So it goes back to the insecurities that he had. So that's why he was lashing out at Nicole that way. It was giving something. It was a lot of like he just would not chill. He would not chill. I'm just like, Sam, just sit still. He couldn't do it. He couldn't do it. He could not do it. And he was definitely reading off the script because he was there for the TV show. He was not there to get married. Sam, whoever Sam picked or whoever picked Sam, he was going to leave them at the altar. He wanted to go the distance on this show. What? Not y'all calling that man. Yeah, like he wants to be an influencer. He wants to be a reality star. Like listen, when these reality TV shows, if you keep on getting booked on them, you can make some good money. Deborah says, Sam thinks he's so much hotter than he is. Only in his own mind is he a lady killer. He's insecure. He's insecure. Trenton said, my cousin thinks he's on the spectrum too. And she has an autistic child. So she has a good sense of these things. Yes, something is going on. Something is going on. Yeah, that's exactly what it is. That's exactly what it is. I really felt bad for Nicole because I felt like she was just like somebody who was like clinging on to some kind of affection, like being picked. Like that was a really big thing for her, being picked. And I think that's what her and Sam connected on, like the pick-me-ness. And it didn't work out in either of their favor. And I'm glad it didn't work out for Nicole because, she got there and go. Okay. Maybe Ashley. Maybe. The NNH said that proposal with Sam and Nicole was the most awkward thing. You could tell afterward that she was like, what was that? You could tell during, when she said, I love you, he said, yeah, I think I love you too. And she went, oh. She knew, and she still went through with it. Gojo Ghetto said, I'm not a mod, but let's make sure to like the video. Thank you so much. Yeah, I also think it's just her not wanting to be rejected, which makes me think that she probably didn't initiate her divorce. That's what it was giving Nicole. I could be wrong. Deborah said Sam, Nicole, and Benaya equal Rachel, Peter, and Brian. Two not great options, and one that doesn't want to propose on a show where that's what you're meant to do. I hope for Nicole's sake and Benihana that they do work out. The NNA said I think Nicole wanted to be picked, and she isn't the best judge of character, hence picking a man with no permanent home. Does he not have a permanent? I feel like he could have a permanent home if he chose to. That's what I'm telling you. He gives me white American Appalachian, where he's going to have Nicole backpacking and staying in hostels, not because he has to, but because that's what he wants to do. That's his adventure. I think she needs to get ready to start backpacking across Europe. Girl, you better stock up on your half wigs or get braids. He's going to have you backpacking, living in a van down by the river. It's just, that's the life. He does not look like he is the type of guy that wants a 9 to 5 or to live in any kind of structure. And I hope that's what Nicole wants. Priscilla said, what killed me was when Nicole told Sam, please tell me you're here for the right reasons, as if he was going to say no. And the fact that you had to ask, you knew if you have to ask, that's your answer. Yeah, absolutely. Absolutely. Hey, Drewski said, hey, cuz I haven't watched this series, but I'm here for all the fun as I retwist this hair of mine. LOL. Well, thank you for being here, my love. Art World said, I think she was trying to convince herself she wasn't believing a lie. Absolutely. Stella said Sam was rejected, so he wanted to get his lick back. Absolutely. And let the world know he rejected someone to make himself feel better. Absolutely. Absolutely. While looking like a fool in the process. Mimi said, I think Nicole wanted to sleep with him to manufacture a connection because sis was not feeling it. Probably. Blue Jay said, I had never seen the universe in someone's body reject. Yes! You could see it in her body language. Even when they hugged, she was like, I don't know why she went through with it. I do not know why she went through with it. Bria said, Sam was just trying to stay on the show, especially with that beggars can't be choosers line. Thank you. I forgot about that. He said beggars can't be choosers and went after Nicole. Nasty work. Candace said, I think Nicole just didn't want to argue with him. I cannot be convinced she asked him for sex. Well, I do agree with some people that she probably did that to establish some kind of connection. I don't think she was begging him for sex like Sam was making it think, like trying to make people believe that she was like, I want your penis. Like she was not doing that. I think she was trying to form some kind of intimacy with him to correct what her brain was feeling about the situation. I do believe it. I think for Ben, it was always Nicole, but I think when he just said to her that he wasn't ready, and I honestly feel like that was probably producer prodding, and that happens often, which was something that happened in Love Island, where Serena was just like, I did not want to hurt Cordell, but the producers told me something different and then told him something different to get the outcome that they had, right? So I feel like that's what happened with Nicole. I think the producers probably interfered in a way and told Ben to probably pull back because he was doing too much. And when he pulled back, Nicole pulled back, and then Sam, who was this firecracker of a character, was back in play. At the end of the day, it's still a TV show. He was, because Sam was chosen over him, and he knew a lot about Sam, and he knew that Sam didn't like Nicole. He knew that because of how Sam talked about Nicole in the pods and out in the the men's meeting room and outside of that. And Sam probably said a lot of inappropriate and probably about Nicole that made Ben very uncomfortable. And so he's getting upset that she doesn't want to confront him, or that she could even consider somebody like that, knowing what he knows, and also feeling like, man, she rejected me for him. So it was a lot going on with him. That's why he was so pressed. And also, Sam hurt someone and disrespected someone that he really cared for. Trent said he was homeless and needed somewhere to go. That's why he proposed. I think he's homeless by choice. That man looked just like Van Gogh. I was watching this show with my sister and I was like, he looks like somebody. And then I was like, oh, Van Gogh. He looks like Van Gogh. She's absolutely a 90s, late 90s, early 2000s girl. All of her dresses had to be from a dress barn clearance section in 2003. No way was that the stuff that she's wearing, no way was that made within the last 10 years. No way. No way. The last 20 years. No way. Spitzy said, I think Sam was telling the truth because she never denied it. Yeah, she never. They do. They match each other. They work. They work. I feel like a lot of these couples are going to last. Yes. Matches each other's weird, matches each other's freak, because couples like that, they gets down. They don't play. They be at them festivals in the woods having all kinds of sex. Absolutely. Harry Potter is the foundation of this marriage. The foundation. The foundation. When that mom started crying, I didn't mean to laugh, but it just came out of nowhere. She was just like, getting the biscuits, and she was just like, "Whoa!" I was like, he wouldn't eat. He couldn't talk to me. I said, what the hell happened? And Nicole was like, it just came out of nowhere. But I was like, oh, Ben was that messed up? Wow. He was the one the whole time, Nicole. Yeah, but he pulled back. That's what happened. But I think it was producer interference. He's at they're twins. They were sisters, okay? They are twins. Oh, stunning. Stunning. I was like, you're available? What is going on? He looks just like him. Oh, he looks just like him. Oh, it was. This Love is Blind UK season 1 is the same as American Love is Blind season 1. That show was created for those couples to meet. That show was created. You can't tell that man he not Buju Benson. You can't tell him that. Yeah. And I'm telling you, Jasmine gonna be at every show. On the stage, popping it for her husband. Oh, she's gonna support his dream. She's going to support his dream. Dinar said Bobby was 100% here for his career. Yeah, it just happened to work out. That's what I'm saying. He was actually here for exposure. He just happened to meet Jasmine, who was ready to get out of that cat cave that she was in with her mama. Trent said, I'm glad Nicole and Ben said yes. I think they're both red flags and deserve each other. Spare other people from their rubbish. Trent said, get them off the streets. Art World said, huh? Oh, wow. But in the pods, he did say his cousin taught him how to rap. He was trying to hide his career aspirations, but Jasmine found out. And I was like, Bobby, she's already letting you know that she's savvy with the socials. So don't play with her. Learn from the best. Don't play with her, Bobby. Don't play with. I'm telling you, if Bobby messes up, Jasmine is going to let us know on her Instagram stories and a full-on Instagram post. Bobby, don't do it. Yes. But are you surprised? Look how she was raised. Are you surprised? Come on. IA said Jasmine's mom is wild. Give it a few years and she will be. I hate to say it, but I felt that too. And I was just like, that is the nail in the coffin for that relationship. Jasmine has to keep a distance between her and her mother, a healthy distance, if she wants her relationship to work out. Her mother cannot be involved in that. Because that line about, oh, he didn't go to college, so he's not educated. I was just like, did you go to college? They kills me with that. Oh, you didn't go to college, so you don't have no education. Baby, there are people who went to college who are in debt. Like college don't mean a damn thing today. You better hope your baby get with the right scammer. They the only ones making money. You telling him what he should have and you don't have it? Get the hell out of here. Get the hell out of here. I don't think so. I always knew that he was into Maria. I always knew. I don't think so because she is not going Dutch. She might lie and act like that as soon as she get pregnant. Oh, I can't work anymore, honey. Oh, my feet, my back, I'm late with a baby. She is the. But see, this is the thing. If she does get him, she's not going to do too much talking like Maria did. She going to hold that in till she has a reason to step away from that job, and it's going to be a baby. Yeah, they were not right for each other. That was supposed to be a nice little weekend love. That's it. They were not right for each other. Extremely different values. They weren't right. Maria has to date a man in her culture. That's what she wants. And I think a lot of women, especially a lot of millennial women, try to move from what they desire and what works for them because of frustrations with the men within your culture, within your city. Like you try to move on from that, but that's what you like and that's what you desire. You just have to find the man that is within your culture, within your city, within your dating pool that has all the things that you want. I think Maria wants a traditional yet modern Moroccan man. And it's probably hard for her to find right now. But you might need to step outside of your neighborhood. You know, you might find a traditional Moroccan man in New Jersey. You never know. You might find a traditional, modernized Moroccan man in Jersey. If he's in Philly, run. Yeah, he did. He did. As soon as he found out that she was a makeup artist, he had an issue with that because he was looking at what she makes, right? Now, if she was a Pat McGrath, he would have loved it. He would have loved it because his thing would have been like, oh, she doesn't need as much from me. How are you trying to be the head of the household and want to give less? If you're the head of household, you're giving it your all. She is there to replenish you. She's a helpmeet. She ain't the helper. She's not the one doing it. She's helping you. You're doing it. Now, if you don't want that, then you need to find somebody who wants an equal partnership. But it's equal partnership all around. So you got to do your part too. You cook one night. You clean one night. You got to birth the babies. Not birth the babies. We're switching the diapers. We're switching. I just changed them. You can change it. You put the baby to sleep. I got to go to work. You can't get frustrated when it's time for her to go to work and a baby is crying and won't go to bed. You can't tell her to do it so that you can go to work. No, it's your time. Equal partnership. Thursdays are your day, right? But Tom doesn't want that. He doesn't want that. He just doesn't want to pay. He wants everything that the patriarchy gives him, but he just doesn't want to be a provider. And it's not going to work. Deborah said, it's good that Maria shared her values. Otherwise, she'd be married to a man she doesn't respect. Yeah. My thing is, what in the hell were they talking about in the pods? Or are they not, or do they tell them not to talk about certain stuff? Because that was crazy. I'm like, y'all didn't have this cultural conversation in the pods? I hated that, Zora. I thought that was nasty. Why would you do that? Because that shocked me when he did it. I was just like, oh, are you saying yes? Did all that and still said no. Nasty work. The NNH said, I think the only reason Maria was single was because of her religion and she didn't want to go to a traditional route in dating. I agree. NC said Jasmine's mom is Mama Joyce 2.0, probably worse, incredibly evil and controlling. The way she looked down on Bobby for not having gone to college was foul. I wouldn't call her evil. I would call her a woman who has an older cultural view on relationships, right? But the thing about it is she doesn't realize she's raising her child in a place she did not grow up in, a totally different culture, right? She has the same culture, but she's exposed to other cultures and she's with a man of another culture. So there's a lot of sacrifices and compromises that come with that. And she was also in a position where she did those same things and it didn't work out for her. So there's also a bitterness there. So you're raising your child with these expectations and under bitterness, you're going to create a very sensitive and abused young woman who cannot wait to get from under you. So when a marriage reality TV show, propositions itself, she jumps at the opportunity because of the toxic environment you created for her. Zora said, there's nothing wrong with wanting a provider. There's nothing wrong with wanting a career wife who earns money. Yeah, nothing. But you have to talk about it. You have to talk about what you want. And they just never had those conversations, which was so weird. Like Maria would mention something and Tom would come to us in the confessional and talk about it. I'm like, she just mentioned it. Why won't you say anything? Say let's talk about that. Like he just wouldn't say anything. It was crazy. IA said it was the coin. It was the difference in culture. It wasn't the coin. It was the difference in culture that blew up their relationships. I absolutely think it was the coin. He kept on talking about how he doesn't want to pay for anything or do it on his own. And Maria kept on saying, well, I'm not paying for anything. It was absolutely the coin. Mimi Nick said, when Tom said he wanted to stay at home with the kids too, I knew everything I needed to know about him. Yeah. See, Tom wants somebody to either go Dutch or somebody to take care of him. He had the wrong makeup artist. He should have went for Pat McGrath. Definitely incompatible from the start. IA said Tom's mom did not meet Maria, and Tom's sister reaction told me a lot. They were never going to accept a practicing Muslim in their family. Here's the thing. I was surprised that Maria's family was going to accept Tom into their family. I'm like, with all the cultural and traditional talk, I'm like, there was never any talk about that man converting. That was a little odd to me, but I think everybody knew that they weren't working. Another reason I just thought about it, another reason why I knew that Ali and Zemi were in on this together, his family. She never met his family. She never met his family because what was the reason? They weren't getting married. These two, they're in on it together. In on it together. Zora said, in the UK, there are men like Tom all over the place. Nikki, he might have come on to promote himself too, like Bobby. What would Tom promote? He's an advertising exec. He led with that. He led that he was this big time advertising exec, PR advertising exec. Ciao. Brown 44 said, I can't stand a cheap man, right? I need a spender. I need a hey, big spender. Tom was uppity and bougie, but still cheap. Yeah, they don't work together. Hey, Chanel. Chanel said maybe he wants his other half to also have something to bring to the table. Here is the thing about that. Unless there is equality amongst genders, men are always going to bring more to the table. And the reason why they're always going to bring more to the table is because that's the table they set up. Now, you don't want to dismantle that table, but you want me, the woman, to do more than what she was required to do while still being at the same table. Men are supposed to be the providers because women at that time were not able to work. Now women are working, but they are not making more than men. Why? Because it's easier to control a woman financially than it is to control a woman that don't need you for nothing. She's just there because she likes you, which is why top earning women have a very hard time finding men who will date them, because men are used to being a provider. So that means they are not used to working on themselves and being any kind of being a good husband or a good human. They're conditioned to believe that as long as you're taking care of the family financially, that's all you need to do. So these men aren't working on their personalities. They're not working on how they show up in the world, because they are still stuck with the provider mentality. And that's how it's always been. Because they're taking care of everything, they don't have to be great. They just have to be able to take care of their home. So you can't ask a woman to bring something to the table if you're not also adjusting yourself in a way that makes this an equal deal. Tom doesn't want equality. He just don't want to pay for everything. And that's not how it's going to work. Oh, the lipstick was a disaster. I was like, is this Maria's first white man? Why would you wear red lipstick and kiss a white man? How did you not know that that was going to happen? Is this her first white? She was playing. She was playing. She thought he was going to say no. Never. I did it once and learned my lesson, child. IA said, I bet Maria rocked his world in the bedroom, and that's what kept him in it for always. That dorky white dude would never get Maria in the real world. Absolutely not. That absolutely not. Because he been knew what he was going to do. So that's why him sitting down with her mother and reassuring her was just nasty. Nasty. Yeah, she needs a big spender or somebody from her culture. You got to make it work with them. You got to make it. I know you've been convinced that the grass is greener. You got to make it work with the men of your culture, girl. You're gonna find one. You're gonna find one. You're gonna find one. Bria said, "Thank you. Maria needs to stick with men within her culture and religion if she wants those expectations met." Absolutely, absolutely. Zora said, in my culture, we don't pay either. Period. Period. So there's no need to offer or play games. My husband gets it because he's African too, a different African culture. Yeah, like you just have to stay within your culture. You playing with them boys from other cultures and religions and all that stuff, you're gonna have to, there's compromises that has to happen. It just is. Multi said, that's what I said Maria needs to get with someone of her culture, or at least someone who understands that world. Absolutely. She needs to get with a Moroccan Muslim man. She does. She probably doesn't want to, you know what I mean? Because she seems like a modern Moroccan woman. But Maria, you got to find a modern Moroccan man who keeps some traditional values. And that traditional value that you want him to keep is the one where he pays for everything. UNCC college girl said Tom's little bio was like he doesn't want something traditional, which is like crazy because Maria did. Yeah, they were doomed from the start. Which is why I'm like, what did y'all talk about in them pods? Yeah, that's the thing. I want a lot of details about the pod conversations at the reunion. Like, we need to get that. Miss Brown Sugar said, this commentary of how Maria will raise his theoretical kids sounded like she alone will be raising the kids. Now, what? That's what I'm saying. He wants to go Dutch, but he also wants Maria to be a traditional woman. But he wants a modern financial setup. That doesn't work. That doesn't work. That doesn't work. Diabolical. That was nasty. Because I was like, oh, he's going to say yes. But then he didn't. And I'm like, why did you do that? Why did you bring her mom into it? Nasty. Especially how they were so open to him about the loss of her father. I don't know. I just didn't like it. I did not like it. Yeah. Again, this show was meant for them to meet. The Lauren and Cameron of the UK. This show was meant for them to be. I would be devastated if these two are not together. Art World says Sabrina had me scared because she was not willing to move. I think you have to be willing to move if you come on the show. Absolutely. And she's absolutely going to have to move to where he is. That man ain't moving to Ireland or wherever she at. Like, she's going to have to move to where he is. I thought the bangs were cute, but when she had it pulled back for the wedding, she looked great. She looked great. Lots of spicy weights. No idea. A lot of Victoria Beckhams. Mimi Nick said, I honestly don't know what happened in that relationship because I stayed distracted staring at Steven. Yeah, Steven's cute. I think it's his lips. They are. They absolutely are. They absolutely are. She absolutely did. She saw it clearly, but she also seems like she was counseling her brother. And she heard a lot of stuff from him. And she was like, absolutely not. And she ain't taking my house. Ciao. He's fixing it up. I will say this. Freddie has the fashion sense of an African-American auntie that's a DMV manager in Baltimore. That house, I was like, it looks like Miss Sheila decorated that house. The glam decor. I know a Home Goods hate to see Freddie coming. A TK Maxx hate to see Freddie coming, child. My God, today I said, why do you decorate like an African-American auntie? It had the nerve to call Catherine bougie? Child. Never be out of work. Never be out of work. I'm like, girl, a funeral director. Are you listening to this man's job? The grandmothers are not in the home. Nobody taught Catherine the game. And she done lost the finest, most well-adjusted man that she will ever meet in her life. Gone. Just like that. A sweet guy. Such a sweetie. Like, you got a fine man with a good job that don't run the streets. You got Sierra's prayer and you didn't even pray it. Girl, foolish. She was nasty to him. It's like she liked what he was. I feel like Catherine didn't like him, but everybody in her life was telling him he was such a great catch. So she stayed with him. But I don't think she likes him. I think, listen, it absolutely is supposed to be like the man likes the woman more than the woman likes the man. But you got to like him like a little bit. She don't like him at all. She likes the idea of him and the fact that everybody is telling her that he's a great catch. But she don't really like him. Yeah, she knew. And when he broke down and she came and got her brother, I said, oh, she loved him. That's her boy. Freddie's sister did some Googling, child. Oh, what that mean? Go, Gatto says, saw his chart. Capricorn stellium. What that mean? She could have been said. What's that mean? Let the council know. Peixerel said, Freddie is so nice, especially with his brother with Down. I forgot to talk about him when he asked him to be his best man. Catherine, you messed up. Like, exactly. Why Catherine did not expect him to not leave his house with this sister. Like, he takes care of that family. Like, come on. You should have known. Art World said all the stuff I like to do. Same, same, same. Everything that Freddie is, I need that in black. Black and tall. Freddie, why weren't you born in the States in my town? Yes. Yeah, like the perfect man. She got the perfect husband and treated him like crap. Damn. She gonna be 50 and mad that she missed out on that. Miss Brown Sugar said, when you think back, they wasn't talking about nothing, going to the gym 2 times a day and possibly being distant cousins. Listen, that's how you got to keep that man. That's how you got to keep that man. Send him to the gym, bring him back home. That's it. We don't make these men complicated. We don't need a complicated man. We need to go to work, go to the gym, come home, eat your dinner, hop on top of me, go back to bed, wake up, go to your job, go to the gym, come home. That's it. That's it. Don't you get a complicated man? Complicated stress. The N and the H said the thing is Freddie is goofy and Kat isn't. Well, she seemed like a goofy in the beginning, which is where the disconnect was, and then she was insecure, and that's when things began to unravel. Yep. He was absolutely walking on eggshells around her, and he got so quiet whenever they were in a room together. His family caught it all. They caught it. Now, I will say this about Freddie's family. I like them. That's how my family is. Like, when we meet somebody in my family's partner, we're very nice. But we're catching everything. We're catching everything. And when your partner that you introduce us to, when they leave, we sit you down and we let you know, this ain't it. They're demonic. Cut them loose. We'll keep you in our prayers, right? Or this is the one. This is the one. I feel a shifting in the atmosphere. God brought this man to you. Like, you know what I mean? Like, we have a little discussion after, but we don't treat you like garbage. That entire family was so nice to Catherine. But when she left, they let Freddie know that ain't it. That ain't it. And that's how you're supposed to do it. That's how you're supposed to do it. Yeah, gorgeous, right? Him and his sister, beautiful. The whole family, they got it's working class, so they got some, but nonetheless, some good genes. Some good genes. Absolutely. 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 Yes. Chanel said the sister realized he wasn't himself at the house. She knew that wasn't her brother's. Yep. She clocked in. She saw it. She saw it. She was nasty to him. Nasty. Like, I'm just like, why are you talking to him like that? Because I'm like, what did he do? Besides sit there looking fine and paid for every damn thing. Girl, you couldn't have been with Tom. Catherine, you couldn't have been with Tom. IA said, but to be fair, Ollie called it in the pause. We all knew her lifestyle when Kat mentioned the clubs and restaurants she visited. True. Very true. I can't judge. I can't judge because I do the same thing. All my pictures. When I took my headshots, the photographer was just like, open your eyes. I'm like, oh, I'm sorry. I don't know. I smile like Freddie and his sister. I don't know. I don't know why. I do not know what. I love me a homebody. I would love a homebody. Oh, I would love it. I will love it. I don't want no man running the streets. No social media, a good job, a homebody. That's the perfect one. That's the perfect one. Because she didn't know, she doesn't know about that job. She just hears funeral director and she gets creeped out. You know what I hear when I hear a man say he's a funeral director? Security. Financial security. Like, she don't know nothing. She don't know nothing. I agree with you. Love like you are said, I don't think that Catherine's type is Freddie because Ollie had her hot in them pods. Yeah, Ollie was absolutely her type. Ollie was absolutely her type. This is it. Problems never end said, Freddie has a recession-proof job and looked good in that funeral director suit. Your man will always have a paycheck, no matter what happens in the world. Girl, she don't know. She sure did. Freddie was a different person. Freddie was a different. He wouldn't let her go nowhere. I said, Catherine, what did you do to Freddie? Yes, Queen. Yes, Queen. That's true, right? But if you're online shopping hoe like myself, I can't tell him about everything that comes to the house. He don't need to know. He don't need to know. He don't need to know. I don't need him being like, why did you buy a 6-foot bedazzled pineapple? Like, you don't need to know. You don't need to know. I will say this. Y'all are not fans of Kat. Whoo! Whoo! Y'all reading her for filth. Aye said Kat wants to move to London to be in the mix. Freddie isn't moving to London. Kat and Sam should be together. How far is London from where Freddie lives? How far? Because I mean, you can't drive or take the tube to get to London. Stunning. Those eyes, whew, beautiful eyes. Thickness. And oh my, I knew, this is the thing. Ollie gave me a little bit of clay because when he saw her, he looked Demi up and down and then turned her around and hugged her from behind. I said, oh, please, we don't need another AD and clay. Please turn her back around, Ollie. Oh my gosh. They were cute. They were cute, but I was just like, Every pod, I was like, we're not going to put on the little sundress. She looked like every time we saw Demi, she looked like she had on an outfit where she was about to go beat up her baby father. Like, she was either beating up her baby father or picking her kids up from school. Like, it was no in between. It was no in between. Is that the Bronx? Is that your version of the Bronx? Because she was giving it. Let me tell you something. One thing I know for sure about Demi, she know how to fight. Demi know how to fight. I know that for sure. I know she had all them girls in her neighborhood shook. I know that for sure. And she learned how to fight from her daddy because they the same thing. They the same thing. They the same thing. Well, Demi's mama is white. You know what I mean? So she had to figure some stuff out for herself. Like, let's give her a break, art world. Let's give her a break. I don't think they were into each other, but I think they found an opportunity to make something work. Good for them. Good for them. I was just like, come on. Come on. Miss Brown Sugar said Team Demi from day one, and I don't mind Ollie either. Yeah, I'm telling you, it was just when they initially met and he turned her around and hugged her from behind. It was giving clay. But after that, he was good with me. And Miss Brown Sugar also says, I just don't like how he could give the most to anyone except her. I honestly think they had an understanding. I could be wrong. I could be wrong. But I feel like I'm right. That's what got me. What? I said, why is that your reaction? That don't seem weird to you? Because it seemed weird to me. Baby, everybody got activated when they saw Charlotte. All the husbands was just like, wait a minute. Hey, Charlotte. Charlotte had them all going. All going. Oh, absolutely. The wedding dress speech and then the wedding day speech, homegirl set her up for success. She set herself up for success, and it's going to happen. It's going to happen. It's happening. I'm telling you, it's happening. It's happening. I chose me. I said, because I have to love myself first. I said, There it is. There it is. Zora said, and truth be told, Demi is not as shy as demure if you go back 2 years on her. She probably got fighting videos somewhere on YouTube. Priscilla said, this makes sense, Nikki. I was getting mad at her protecting him. Yeah, they're working together. They're working together. They are working together. I was like, okay, Freddie's just a good catch. Catherine fumbled that. Freddie was a good catch all the way around. He was absolutely acting. Absolutely acting. It was not convincing at all. They worked that out. They worked that out. They worked that out. It's like, what? Oh yeah, it was. It was wide. Malty said, also, I think Demi was protective of Ali because she knows about portraying black men a certain way in reality TV and what it does. Listen, I hope that was what it was. Good for her. Good for her. Blue Jay said, I think Demi would be a good body positivity influencer. Absolutely. And she has the platform of Netflix to launch her. She is someone who has PCOS. Beautiful story. We fell in love with her right from the beginning, right? And I think production tapped in to something really great that could come out of this show. And I think it was a smart move for everybody all around. Something that affects her body. In reality, I think it's cool to hear her journey. Absolutely. Absolutely. Brown Girl 44 said, I don't think it was an act. I think Ali was truly shocked that she said no to him. He wanted to turn her down first, quite possibly. Okay, Zora said, yikes, hubby is back from work. We'll catch the replay. Gotta go. Good night, all lucky. I know that's right. Yeah, she said, my man is home. I can't hang out with you. I know that's right, Zora. Dax84 said, exactly, Nikki. Ben pulled back from Nicole and didn't express his feelings. Yeah, he even apologized to her. It was just like, I should have did that. That'll be tomorrow. I think I'm going to do it tomorrow, Rael, because a lot of people said they would be interested. So I think I'm going to do it tomorrow. Ia said, we are on the same page. Ali was never into Demi. Ali's reaction, Demi going first. Demi talking about her boasting confidence in every scene, and they hardly mix with each other's couples. A scam, a scheme that Todd set up. Yeah, but it's going to work for her. It's going to, yeah. Irish. But I was talking about like the poor working class Appalachian face. Not all Irish people look like that. Chocolate Suna said on another live, someone says Sam thinks he looks like Freddie, and Freddie thinks he looks like Sam Accurate. Quite possibly. Quite possibly. Problems never end said someone said Freddie looks in the mirror and see. Oh yeah, I got that one. Hannah Violet said Sam saying she had boring brown. I forgot about that. I was like, what? Just all over the damn place. All over the. Oh, really? Thank you, Blue Jay. Thank you so much. Problems never end said Nicole was saying yes, but oh, I forgot about that. Yes, her body rejected that proposal. She was like, yes. Yes, her body rejected that proposal. You are right. You are right. Hannah said, I don't think that Sam dated and dates non-white women. I think I agree. I think he might bed them and tell the group chat about it. He gives that. He gives that. Missy said, Benihana has money and Nicole's hair is real. Really? I was thinking it was a half wig because her hair density moved every episode. I could could be wrong. I'm also production said Nicole and Kat has been on another UK reality TV show before, and Nicole gives me African American, but her parents made me go, oh, that she gives African American. Well, I don't know why I said it like that. She never gave African American. Mm-mm. Mm-mm. Maybe an African American who grew up in a white neighborhood in Texas in 2003. Maybe. UNC College said, LMAO, she used the hashtag about a soft wig, soft life. Well, she was going viral. Some TikToker was going viral about saying that's what she wanted. But I'm just like, soft life with that Appalachian backpacking king? Ain't nothing soft about that. Really, Misty? He rich? All right. Hannah said, yep, Benny Hanna has money on his Instagram. You can see he held a corporate job paying really, really well. Yeah, that's what I think. The homeless is by choice. By choice. Miss Rodriguez said, I believe she may have wanted to form intimacy, and I don't think there's a problem with it. She was his fiance at the time. Sam was trying to humiliate her. Absolutely. Absolutely. That's reality TV. I'm telling you, that's why I always say, guys, just watch the show and have a good time. Do not try to have a strong perspective about reality TV because a lot of it is so fake and manipulated. Blue Jay said Nicole and her man was meant to be because Sam, who seems to become whatever someone wants, probably to stay on the show, declined her advancement. God, the universe was looking out for her. Absolutely. Absolutely. Nisha, hey, said I haven't had a chance to watch. I completely forgot. I'm binge watching it. I'm binging it this weekend. It's a good watch. IA said, I agree that culturally and class-wise, Tosh and Tom work. I bet you Tom's mom would meet Tosh. A lot of Tom's issue were related to class. UK is very classes. Oh, okay. Thank you for the tea. Kai said, I was tired of Catherine whining about being bullied for her adoption at 11 weeks. I'm like, ma'am, your parents are as white as you. Also, almost felt like her parents were afraid of her. She seems a bit bratty. She seems a bit bratty. Really? Her husband is white? Then who was that other guy? Was that an uncle? Well, listen, Maria's sister is probably paying for everything. And Maria was like, I don't want that life. I don't want that life. I don't think that was misleading. I think that's who he is, but I think that he had started to have some apprehensions about Catherine. It was just like, maybe I shouldn't have led with the gifts. Love Like You Are said Maria and her family are not that practicing. Her sister's married to a white, so he probably thought that she was going to find someone like her brother-in-law that will provide for her. Oh. Well, how we know that the brother-in-law ain't convert? Mama Star said, hi, my loves. Please like this video. It's 154 in this live. If all of us like this video, Nikki can get more moving on her videos. Thank you so much, my love. Thank you, Mama Star. Brittany, I absolutely agree. Brittany said, I think Tom and Maria have more of a sexual connection. Emotionally, I didn't see it. I agree, which was crazy that he felt like he had a more sexual connection with the other chick. And I'm like, no, sexual connection is with Maria, not with this one. Miss Sheila, I know every Black auntie, every African-American auntie that watched this show was like, oh my God, I got that. That's my same setup. That's my same setup. Absolutely. Absolutely. He looks so cute. He looks so cute. He was ready. He was ready to do it all. She freaked him out. He won't, especially after this show. Everybody's going to want to be with him. Everybody's going to want to be with him. Men too. Oh, they're good with money. Good to know. Good to know. Oh, you know what? That may be it too. That could come from that. his insecurities about his looks and maybe, not thinking that he looks as great as he does because he's still probably insecure about his weight. That could be true. That could be true. Well, because they knew how much it really probably hurt him to do that because he was messed up. Catherine was gagged. She couldn't believe it. I'm telling you guys, I would not be surprised if they're still together. I wouldn't be. He just knew it wasn't the right decision to make right now, but I think he really, really, really likes Catherine. No, Maria will eat him up for points. She would eat him up for points. She likes a provider, but she likes a little bit. Freddie too chill. Freddie is too chill. I thought that was disrespectful. I don't really think that, I don't know, she could have been into Sam, but I really thought that she was just doing it to, pick at Freddie and like really try to make him feel less than because of the cheating. He broke down about that. I was just like, Catherine just was doing stuff that just, it was all nasty. Like none of it made sense. Like how she treated him, just none of it made sense. I'm a girl's girl. So I'm so upset that I couldn't root for her like that. But she was just being very mean. Oh, some people said Europeans think driving for an hour is mad far. Don't move to LA. Oh, a 4-hour drive. Oh, yeah. London is out for you, Catherine. It's out for you. Stella said, Catherine got me heated when she said she couldn't see Ali with Demi after the experiment before she even saw him for herself. I think, well, here's the thing. When you have white women that date black men, they normally date black men who are anti-black, especially anti-black women. So they are normally in conversations. Not every black woman, every non black woman that dates black men, but this is pretty much a normalcy, especially when there's a black man looking for a non-black partner. That's what it comes with. A lot of anti-blackness and to cover up the fact that he's just not a good partner to anyone, no matter the race, right? So he'll lead with putting you on a pedestal and telling you how much greater you are as a woman opposed to the woman in his culture. And it's not because he necessarily thinks that, it's because he is trying to deceive you. Because while he is capping your head up and making you believe that you are this God's gift to black men, he's also playing in your face in a way that he can never play in the face of the women from his community. You are getting garbage, but you can't smell it because he's too busy pumping your head up with anti-blackness and you find it flattering. So you get what you get, right? So if a man like Ali or black men are her type, she's choosing them for a reason, or men, and she's thinking that, it's not an isolated incident. All of them think this way. So then when she is with a black man or in a presence of a black man and she loses out that black man to a black woman, it confuses her because that's not what she's been told. But this isn't an anti-black man. This isn't a black man that wants a non-black partner. This is just a black man that's for everybody. It's just a black man that's for the streets. So that's what she was shocked. She thought that, she was better than Demi because she's white. And that's what she's been told. By men who come from the same community as Ali. Janelle said, I'm glad Freddie is single so I can get with him. LOL. I'll move to the UK. Hey, Nikki and Chad. Hey, thank you for being here. Art World says, Sam reminded me of the brother in the movie The Mummy. I absolutely see it. Oh, I thought she was Trinidadian. Love like yours said, both of Nicole's parents are both biracial, half Ghanaian and half Lebanese. Really? That's where that nose comes from. Oh, I loved her nose. I love a big ethnic nose. Winsome said, that's why it's hard for me to believe that Nicole wanted to hook up with Sam. She didn't want any part of the one she met him. Yes, I agree. And I absolutely agree. The intimacy conversation happened very differently. I think if they ever talk about it at the reunion, Nicole would have a much different recollection than Sam. I Am Also Production says she don't give me UK, she doesn't give UK black girl to me. The UK black girls I met were just too in tune to their blackness than Nicole. I love her, but that's the truth. Oh, we black girls like that are everywhere. We probably have more in the US because we're bigger, but they everywhere, child. We seen a couple of them out there on some shows. Oh, she would eat. She got the perfect hips for Savage Fenty. She would eat. Oh, that was her brother. Okay. Child. Hey, Obi. Obi said, just passing by. I need to get into this season. Sounds like that's where it's at already. It was a good season. It was a good season. Oh, I thought it was the other way around. I really did. Huh. Probably. I don't think he had second thoughts after he met her. I think he was already having second thoughts, and Tosh was a great exit. Misty said, also, I think Jasmine had a POC in-law. She's POC. Right? Yeah. Misty said, Freddie has his own home, bought new doors. Catherine complaining about doors and spiders. I'm like, he has a roof. That's his. And it's not, that kitchen was so cute. I was like, girl, I would have my little La Crusade pumpkin cocottes in that kitchen before nightfall. You crazy. You crazy. Missy said, Tom has a good job. Why can't he take care of his wife? It's weird. Oh, he doesn't want to. He just doesn't want to. Seems like Tom want to be taken care of. We're going to end with Spency. Spency said, if this season was messier, I would definitely watch. I need some mess. Oh, well, Love Island USA wrecked my TV watching. You know what? I will say when I started watching, I was like, where is the mess? But I really just started to enjoy the lack of mess and the abundance of love. I enjoyed it. I really, really did. This was a good season. I'm excited for Love is Blind UK season 2. I hope they keep the same formula. Leave the mess to the US. I like this. I like results. I like love. So I really enjoyed this season. I hope you all enjoyed it. I hope you all enjoyed your time here. Thank you so much for stopping by and hanging out with me. I'm going to get a live together for the Real Housewives of Orange County. I just have to figure out what time. But I should post it, if not tonight, probably early in the morning. So stay tuned to the channel. Please make sure you like the video, share if you care, comment. I'll hop into the comments later. Give me a couple minutes so I could put the timestamps in the description box, and I will see you soon for something else. Love you guys. Shout out to my UK fam. Thank you all for being strong up in here. We international, baby. We international. Love y'all. Bye. It's time to eat.